Hey folks, how we doing? It is (7:24 a.m.) Friday, October 14th, 2016. Wow. Anyway, abductions. I was just getting ready to run downstairs with Captain Herky. He might have already, he's probably out in the hallway. Anyway, I remember when I heard the first time I was talking with James Rink and I heard the word MILAB. MILAB. And the first thing I looked at it, I said, it's something that's real, but it's not like a lab. It's not a physical thing. It's like, it's not a physical structure. And I'm like, what the hell is MILAB? I said, it's not a group, an organization either. I said, what the hell? And military abductions. I'm like, oh, okay. Wild. Anytime we endeavor into something new, it's new. We shouldn't expect ourselves to understand all that. We're just being exposed for it. You can't be exposed to everything. The human mind can't even handle that. Plus, life is made to, without traveling all over the world and knowing everybody, you can't get exposed to everything. And that'll never happen. So, when something is new, it's new. Boy, is that a simple statement? Yes. Is it true? Yes. Is it something worth understanding? Yes. Because a lot of you sometimes think, oh, I should have known that. Why? That's you picking on yourself. Please don't do it. Sometimes you were literally pushed into that situation. You say, oh, man, you're told all through your life you suck, all this other crap, and you start believing it because you've been hammered with it all your life. It's hard to break that thought process. I was always told I suck and everything else. Yeah, well, we got through that. Anyway, so please don't doubt yourself as you're continuing to wake up. Because when you do, what does it do? Slow you down, keeps you from waking up. That's why it was made to happen like that by design. Okay, then I went back to who's no longer here. The original first being male and female. Now moving forward, abductions. MILAB is the military abducting you. There's also, different government agencies that have done it. Not many. There are, although it started increasing. There are those that from other planets that have come here. They've gone to your little wonderful federation of planets, and they bought permits to take you, to take your DNA, to take your egg and sperm, to slaughter your animals. They get permits to come over here and do whatever they want with you by your wonderful little federation. There's some cool people in there. But that was set up wrong too. Folks, what I've been talking about, what's been going on from the other side, they run everything. It was the original first being male and female. They ran everybody on every planet and every single life that was in the third. They ran all creation, which definitely includes the third dimension, the one we live in, this universe. There's no such thing as an almighty, not in physical form or spirit form, okay? There's us, family. And you all have had lives in the different bodies out there on different planets. So. So, you've had the military doing abductions, and that was kind of tied into the government. Then there's some other special groups attached with the government. And then you had these beings from other planets coming and taking you. Then you also have the Anunnaki The problematic Anunnaki, not the Anunnaki, regular Anunnaki, but the problematic Anunnaki out here on the planet. Folks, if you ever try to search Anunnaki and anything related to what I'm telling you about, it's Anunnaki. I can't write hieroglyphics, but I read it. I understand how people say things, but I remember them. There's certain things. Sorry, it's just locked in. I talk with them. As you get stronger, you can do the same thing. So many of you that I've talked to, you actually float around on ships. You've seen them, talking with them. It's wild. Jag Hira, he's Source. He's in Canada. He is the spirit that was inside the body named Buddha. He always said, Jay, I just got this fascination with Buddha, and I just started laughing. It's like, yeah, I'll tell you about that in a minute, but let's have some fun first. I didn't wait long. He started talking about it, and I wanted to tell him right away, and I just waited. I guess it was only a few seconds. It just seemed like an eternity to me. Anyway, as you awaken and get stronger, you can see all this stuff going on. You can see it, feel it. But the Anunnaki here in this, the problematic Anunnaki, the ones here on the planet, they've been abducting you too. You think of the turmoil that causes for the family. People have gone through abductions, and everyone, especially years ago, was still running around saying, "Oh, that doesn't exist," or "You're nuts. That doesn't exist." God wouldn't let it exist. The great thing that brought us war and pestilence, torture, yeah, that loving thing wouldn't let it be. Sorry, folks. I'm laughing at myself too. Remember, I used to be there. Not gung-ho, just I was there in it. Open up the first Bible I opened up, looked at the beginning, it said Genesis, and I just got mad right away. I was a little kid. I didn't know why, but I was mad. That came to, I understood that a good while ago. Anyway, back to the abductions. They have equipment where they can literally, it puts out a frequency that just kind of numbs you out. A few nights ago, last Wednesday, early in the morning, I put it in the video. I got, I offered. It was all sanctioned between me and them. See, and that's another thing. Non-sanctioned? Sanctioned by who? Sanctioned, non-sanctioned? Who sanctions your abuse? The Federation. Anyway, the thing is, I talked with them and I said yes. Let's get this done. And when I woke up, it was the neatest thing in the world. I knew it would be between like 2:30 and 4, something like that. 2:30, 4:30 at the worst. And it was a little after. It was about 3:20. It was a little after 3 that I got back into the bed. I was put in the bed, and then when they released the frequencies, I started to see and feel, but I was doing it with my abilities. And I saw one of my sons right here, physically. This is physically in a room, and then a small serpatient. They're smaller. They're not 10-foot mantoids, okay? Antoids. Blah. Excuse me. They're about 6 foot tall, something like that. And they're not quite as massive. Really cool people. And then they're shiny. on the edge of the store, of the door. Blah. Having a hard time. Guess who's in my head working Lily? Anyway, and Shiny was looking at my son and looking at me, kind of smiling. And I look back on it now, I'm very sad. But I mean, she was happy that my son finally at least got to see me. I knew I was going to see him. I felt bad for him to see how I live. I felt bad for him to see me like this, physically. Folks, I used to just get down and knock out over 600 sit-ups for something to do when I got bored. I could curl more than my own weight. I mean, I was strong. But I make jokes about how when I was young and in the military, and this is up till 30, that guys talk about a six-pack. I was so ripped that I had a case, you know, that many little muscles sticking out. But then I got tired and started falling apart. Now I got a keg. I don't mind making jokes at myself. Some people say it's not healthy. Screw that. When you know who you are and you're relaxed with yourself, it's not that you want to go around making a fool of yourself or something. But you know, you drop something like that from time to time. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to make people laugh. I want people to be happy from time to time, to forget what they're going through. Excuse me. My demeanor for this video, I get a little annoyed at of the abuse that's been going on with abductions. But the one I did just before this, talking about creation, that's a real serious thing. That's about my job. That's my job, is fixing that. So yeah, I'm serious. I'm serious about it. And this abduction thing, the DROC have already put out an order, and the entities are right behind it. No more abductions. Is it still happening on and off? Yeah, but they said no. So it's going to happen. Now, we got chemtrails all over the place now, and they're doing them higher. There's drone planes up in the air, putting chemtrails in way up there. And it filters down. You look at the sky, you say, it's dirty. It's literally dirty. So the things here, down like you hear, they're going nuts. Excuse me. The DROC are here in physical force on the planet. So are the antids. I put out some information on this earlier, a couple of videos ago, when some guy, I want to say Russell, that's the name of his spirit guide, Nelson Groom, put out, he just made up all this crap that I said, and I said all this crap. I never did. But the mining, one of the things that they had told the Anunnaki, they stated for the planet, for the Anunnaki here and everyone else, that no one is going to be, this mining, ripping out the earth. Folks, this isn't stuff the government even knows about. This is stuff that's deep in the ground, and they're taking minerals out of the earth. Gold and silver, very big on the list. Okay? So anyway, they said, the DROC said, they quarantined the whole area. I don't mean the little mines. I'm talking about a big chunk of the solar system, and put up an energy field and said, that's it. And the mining on Earth stops now. So there were some folks that, really weren't complying, like some of the Anunnaki here. Most of the other folks had already left. They were allowed to leave. They were checked out before the ships left, and they left. They were allowed through the barrier. So they went down there and they took over the mines and took a few prisoners. But they're here on the planet. So anyway, the chemtrails, the thing with the chemtrails, there's all kinds of stuff in there. Some of it's radioactive material. Nice to throw that crap on you, huh? Are they cool? Your governments love you. And I'm the president of HRS and a client too. So they said no more. So now they're starting to enforce that. They're taking small pockets of people that are here, protecting them. Excuse me, the ones that are real small, they're pulling them away and putting them into larger colony areas. I love you, Herky, honey. Good boy. There's all kinds of stuff that's going on down here now. And it's being enforced. So the thing with the chemtrails, when a ship goes to beam something in and out, I love you, Herky. When a ship beams stuff in and out, they put an energy field around something and it goes subdimensional. And as that happens, then it all of a sudden shoots real quick, right to where it's going. Then it comes dimensional, fully dimensional again. When there's chemtrails in there, that could actually kill someone who's being moved. The atomic energy literally can kill something, deform it, kill it as it's moving subdimensionally. That's how strong that radioactive stuff is. That's why when the atom bombs, I'm coming, Herky, I love you, buddy. That's why when we started blowing off atom bombs, we were messing with a whole lot more than just tearing out the planet, and that's why we got all that attention from all over the place. So I'm coming, Herc. I know, Sapoians and everything else. So anyway, and the Drock said, no more abductions. No, that's enough. So it's being taken care of bit by bit. There's very little of it anymore. Good boy, Herky. I'm coming, buddy. And we have them to thank for it. There's stuff all over the internet. All these the archons. Sorry. No such thing. The Arturians, Arturians or something. No. The folks I tell you about are the ones that actually gave us a name. Sapoians. 1926 here in the United States, we had our first actual treaty with extraterrestrial beings. They were what you call the Greys. They said we're from the planet Serpo. They gave us that name. The names that I tell you about are the ones that I know are actually real. Okay. So what? There's only I talk about what, 5 different types of beings. So that's all there is? No, there's a lot more. But it's like, when someone says a name, I go back and look at where it goes, and it's like, okay, this is false. People have talked to me in consult, well, I know they're an Archon. I said, Archon. I said, okay, that actually came out of someone's head from a sci-fi movie. And I'm coming, Herky. I'm coming, buddy. I'm going as fast as I can. So I'm seeing that, and I'm, so when I talk with someone, and they talk about, well, I'm going to tell them about, the Arturians. And I'm like, oh, Jay, it's the Arcturians? And I'm like, no. I'm looking, they're not there. When someone said blue avians, that was talking about the Antids, so I knew it right away. I just saw who it was. But when you come up with a name that doesn't go anything to it, folks, I'm going to tell you. You want to call me arrogant for saying this? I don't give a damn. I'm the strongest sea there is. No big deal. So when I talk about something, I'll tell you what I'm aware of. I can't tell you. I'm not going to tell you yes to make you feel better. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm going to tell you that there's no such thing out there, and that this name is a label that was put on something. It's a false label. That's all. There's so many. There's over 4 trillion planets with hundreds of millions of beings on them. That's a whole lot of different kind of beings, folks. You want to try to get categories for that? Yeah, good luck. I wish you the best. So when I talk with y'all, and I do that, I'm going to set you back, and then it takes a minute to try to go back to what you're seeing and what the name is. Again, it's like that quote-unquote Archangel Metatron. No such thing. Never. So a woman made that up, trying to make herself sound cooler. She was 27% negative. She wanted things to be about her. So everybody said, I talked to Michael, Archangel Michael, and everything. She wanted to be a step above them. So I talked to Metatron, who only talks to me because I'm so cool. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, this stuff is stopping. The Antids are helping they're part of what's going on with the part of what's going on with enforcing all this other stuff. Now, the Drock are the physical force here doing it, boom, and the Antids back them up. Okay, it starts with the Drock, and then the Antids are right there with them. Okay, they're the ones that, but the Drock make the initiating, boom, here it is, the policy, we enforce it, and Antids with them. Drock are awesome, Antids are awesome, they're helping us out, and there's so many of them are awesome. And at the same time, so, you know, sometimes there's some nasty spirit put inside one of those bodies, and that's a lot to deal with. We have that situation with a lot of those folks here in, that are Anunnaki, problematic Anunnaki here on the planet that have been running it for about 10 million years. So anyway, folks, for abductions, that's what's going on. That's going to stop. It's already had the order put out. Now it'll slowly be enforced. Okay? It takes a while. That's another reason why all these animals are coming out of body, because they have new jobs as sentinels to report what they see, so that the hammer can take care of it. Get that big mop, clean this stuff up. It's going to happen, folks. Overnight, no. Fast, yes. A lot faster than you might think. Anyway, that's what's going on with abductions. All kinds of experimentations. There's so much stuff that's going to stop, folks. There's going to be serious penalties when you try to create life. And then there's only a few people that are going to be working in that area. But when you start trying to do that, then you're going to wind up losing your own. So yeah, there's strict laws coming. Change is coming. It's better for everyone. Love you, folks. Have a good one. Ready, Herky? Ready? Love you. Have a good one.